Okay, no, I have to tell you, let me tell you about my last 24 hours.
Please.
So Monday night, I go to the studio with Brandy. We record our remix, which is coming out. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. We record our remix Monday night. We leave the studio, it's like 1 in the morning. I go home, I go to sleep. I have to be up at 9 a.m. Because I have to go get my hair done, my nails done, my makeup done for a shoot at 5 o'clock with Brandy. So from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., we're shooting the song that we just recorded.
Fire.
This is Tuesday. I have to do Talk That Talk Tuesday on Tuesday. I leave at 9 p.m., get to the studio at 9:30. From 9:30 to 9:35, I wrote my freestyle. From 9:35 to like 10 o'clock, I memorized it. Then I recorded it. Then I shot it, and I literally put it out right at 11:58 p.m. 2 minutes.
I saw that. Fire. Mm-hmm. So it's coming out Tuesday regardless.
Regardless. Period.
Welcome to Outside the Algorithm, where you'll find a universe of independent voices. I'm your host, Drift Sonics, and today I'd like to introduce you to CakeSwagg, a lyricist from Roxbury, Massachusetts, and the founder of Strong Black Girl, an athleisure apparel brand. She's known for her Talk That Talk Tuesday series, where she delivers a new freestyle every week for her fans. In this video, we'll talk about that series, her fan base, and she'll share some advice for folks who want to get started. If you'd like to get to know her even better, our members have access to the full conversation. It's free to sign up. Just click the link below in the description. And without further ado...
So my younger siblings, well, they know that I used to freestyle all the time. Mm-hmm. And when I started doing music, I wasn't freestyling as much, and I was trying to figure out a way to still making music as fun and organic for me as it was when I wasn't doing it seriously. And they're like, Julie, you need to drop some freestyles. Like, why don't you do that? You'll be able to challenge yourself.
Yep.
You know, try different instrumentals, like really test your cadences, really get familiar with your voice, know where you can go. And stretch lyrically. So it was nice that they did that, and they're super duper supportive. They've been wanting me to pursue music for so long, and it's nice now that we're all three of us, my two younger siblings and myself, we're doing things that we really, really enjoy, and we just kind of push each other to do it.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Do you want to shout out anyone involved in that process?
Yes, shout out to Monette Bow. She's been filming. Shout out to Molly Sounds. He records all my music, even Talk That Talk Tuesdays. Working with a dedicated producer I think it does a lot for your growth as an artist, because they get to really learn your voice, they learn what works for you, and they can literally build instrumentals around, you know, what sounds good for you, which is nice. And then also Mal, I will say he's because he was a musician. He was in like Code 5 and XL. He was a singer. Those were some pretty big groups that came out of Boston. So he's like, literally each song that I've put out, like actual songs, not freestyles, there's probably like 7-8 demos to them. Cause I'll drop something and then we'll hear it back and he'll be like, I think you could put a better bar there. I like what you're saying, but you can switch the cadence a little bit. Just things like that to really like push it. And then you'll hear the growth and how each song has changed to really get this really good final product. And I think that is super duper important, especially for an artist, because I will say that one thing about artists is we're very prideful about our work, and we think that everything we have is the best that we can do. And I think that it's important to kind of like push ourselves, like, okay, you think this is your best, but I think you could do something a little better. You know what I mean? And it's helpful. It's really helpful, and I think it prepares you to be a part of the industry, because you never know where you're gonna get in. You might be a writer, you know, so you might have to write songs that are really great songs for bigger artists. You know what I mean? That might be what you're doing. So I think stuff like this really prepares you to love a song, but also know, like, and be able to contribute to that song's growth, if that makes sense. So I was seeing people from all over before I started seeing people from here, honestly, just because I was doing a lot of competitions.
Okay.
A lot of competitions. So I was like in New York, in DC, in Philly, in Jersey, winning.
Tell them.
Miami, you know. But anyway, so I was doing so many competitions, so people were hearing me there. I think my fan base in Boston really, like it picked up almost double speed after I did Hefe Replay Show. Like my sister said, like I remember she was in math class her senior year, and someone was playing Cheesecake behind her, and she was just like, and they're like, "Is that your sister?" And she's like, "Yeah."
That's gonna be cool. They must love this.
I think they do. That they act like they don't, but like there's a little tinge. I think they kind of like being like, "Oh, Jaleese, today you won't believe what happened. So I was trying to blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And this happened. This girl said, yeah." So.
They like it. They're proud.
Mm-hmm. No, they're definitely proud.
That's fine. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And they're part of it. That's why we're getting them in the interview. Now they can, hey, you wouldn't be here without us.
And seriously, I really wouldn't. I would not be here. You guys would not have me without them.
Yo, shout out to the fam.
Start now. I know a lot of you guys want to do a lot of different things, and you feel like you got to wait till you have everything together. Like some of you all want to do photography, and you want to wait till you can get a nice camera, or you want to wait till you have like a ton of equipment, and some of you all want to be poets. Some of you guys want to draw freestyles, because I did the hip hop transformation. I went on there and I was talking to the youth, and one of them asked me, they said, like, how do you know when you're ready to start doing something like a Talk That Talk Tuesday? And I just said to them, like, there is no being ready, just do it. Keep going and do it anyway. Even when you feel like it's too hard or you feel like you don't have anything to say, just do it anyway. Like right past your writer's block. Put yourself out there even when you're nervous, when you're scared, you have butterflies in your stomach. I've been doing this for a really long time and I still get nervous, So I would just say keep going, do it anyway, and start now. You don't have to have the nicest camera, even if all you have is your phone. You can learn your tips and tricks and get better. But there is no, you don't have to wait.
Thanks for tuning in. I really enjoyed that conversation, and I hope you did as well. If you've got any questions or comments for CakeSwagg or for us, leave them below in the comments, and we'll get back to you ASAP. You can also hit us everywhere on social media at LFOD Life. And if you want to hear more from CakeSwagg, just click the link in the description to get the full conversation. It's free to sign up, and by joining our newsletter, you'll get future interviews, music, and more delivered right to your inbox. You will truly be living outside the algorithm. Shout out to CakeSwagg, the whole LFOD fam, and all our members for making this possible. And thank you. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
I think that another thing to remember is that everybody has different lanes.
Right.
So like someone like a podcast curator or a radio host, anyone who tells you like how to do your music, it's like, wait a minute, you run a podcast. I'm an artist. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you do what you do. I could tell you like, I like this, I like that, I don't like this, I don't like that, but I'm a consumer.
Right.
And it's like, even though you have a title, you are still a consumer.
Yes.
So you have, when it comes to music, your opinion I think artists have to remember that this is a consumer.
Positivity is a better movement. Let us do this. Level up and get into this evolution. Revolutionary method music. Get us choosing everything but less excuses. Shout out to the kings and queens with everything to lose that never lose it.
There's so much glory in the story.